Wow, you know what? I feel seen. I feel heard. Camden might make a special appearance on the show tonight. All right, I'm live on YouTube, boys. How's it look? All right. Yeah, guys, I'm so pumped. Look at this tie. I know, bro, dude. I was 25 minutes into the exercise and my page crashed. And I was like, I'm not doing this, so I just did it by hand. I don't know. It was full of ads. It was a buggy site. No, that's fine. Yep, I did that. I did that by hand. So, yep. Dude, we'll still have a really good idea of the pulse of where you have these teams. So, I'm gonna say it once again. It's always worth doing this exercise. I learned a lot about how I feel about teams. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, definitely gonna be a fun chat. Yeah, I actually I like the Giants. Like I like the Giants more than the Browns. I like the Giants more than the Saints. So, no, the Patriots' schedule is way easier. Yeah, let's go, baby. Yeah. Love it. All right. That dude, let's dive in. Hey, fun fact, guys, a huge moment for the show. Toxic Jolt is the first ever YouTube chatter for the Blev Bro Sports Show. Yeah, I'm the only mod. So here we go. AFC East, I love it, dude. Yeah. So I have the Jets at 5-12. Oh boy.
No, Chris said 5 and
Chris has the Jets at 5-12. Who do you
Yeah.
have at last place in your AFC East?
I have the Dolphins at 3-4.
Wow, you guys have them at 4-13?
Again, like this wasn't like, super analytical, right? We're just going through, we're looking at who they're playing against, and it's just like, yeah, I don't think so. So
They have a banged up defense and just not a very good defense. Tua can't stay healthy. I didn't see a lot of fire at at training camp with both the joint practices against the Bears and the Lions. And I just if Tua goes down, I just think they're cooked. And they do have kind of a tough schedule, I think. So yeah, and then Chris, I actually agree with you. I have the Jets with the exact same record as you, but that gives them third place in the AFC East. I have the Jets going 5-12.
Wow, the
I
disrespect to the Dolphins is actually huge. Okay.
yeah, apologies.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry. Dolphins lose week 1.
I think
Dude,
so I think that a lot of people forget this. They didn't have Chubb last year, right?
the Chubster.
Like he left.
Bradley Chubb.
Yeah. And then who's their best player that went down in our training camp, John? You remember?
No, he's okay.
Oh, so Chop Robinson, they've got guys.
He's okay. He's okay.
Like they were very similar to our defense where like we lost Hutch. Obviously they don't have a player of like Hutch's caliber, but they have great defenders that were not on the field last year. So I think that you guys are forgetting that.
Mm,
Yeah, I get Chris.
And again,
For me,
yes,
it's
they have
all coming
safety
down
problems.
to
Yes, they have
Mike
corner
McDaniel.
problems. 100%. This is not like a stacked defense by any means, but if their offense can just go back to average, I think they hit 9 wins, which is where I have them.
Okay.
probably, dude. I don't know why. I mean, that's where they fell, dude.
Yeah, I get it.
All right. So who do you guys vote? Who do you have third place for you guys? I already said I have Jets at 5-12.
I have the Jets at 4-13.
I have the Patriots at 8-9.
Wow. So you think that division's much more competitive than me and Ty do?
No, no,
Uh,
and you can plus or minus 3 to almost all of these, right?
For
But
sure.
I think when I'm looking at the range of outcomes for teams, I'm really low on teams that are all on one side of the ball. I figured that out. Like the Jets, they're all like it feels like they're going to be like all defense this year, and so they finished 5-12, right? But the Patriots, they're fine. They're not deep. Same thing. Dolphins, they're fine. They're not deep, right? If some of these guys start to go down, those teams are in trouble. They remind me of like the Lions, our year 2 of our team, right? So
yep.
no, I don't think you guys are crazy. I definitely found more wins for the Patriots and the Dolphins.
Okay. I did not find many more wins for the Patriots than I did for the Jets and the Dolphins.
Wow.
I
It's funny
have
you say
in
that.
second place in the AFC East. I have the Patriots at 6-11.
Oh, this is so bad.
6-11, dude.
Wow.
I have the Patriots at 11-6.
Wow, look at us flipping, flopping, dude.
I
Yep.
do. I had him at 11-6. That's crazy. I
Yeah.
realized that like I probably should have went back as well and like maybe like coin flipped a little less on or a little more, I guess, on some of these games because I also have the Bills at 16-1, and that's just not going to happen.
But
It's not
and here's
delusional though. I mean,
I
I have the Bills at 15-2, and I don't think they're going to win
so
15 games.
so
But
I
like,
have
I have them
them.
at 15-2.
This is really interesting. So I was looking at Aaron Schatz's DVOA ratings, right? And he
Yep.
has the Ravens above the Bills, but he has the Bills with more wins. And I thought that speaks to the really weak schedule the Bills have. So the Bills
Yeah,
have
I'm
such a weak
picking the
schedule.
Ravens. I'm picking the Ravens week 1 to beat the
Right.
Bills, and I
Same.
still have the Bills having a better record.
Yeah, so I
And
have
Chris,
them
you
at
just froze. You
I,
froze. Camera. Okay, yeah, camera off and on. You're good.
it's back. I'm good.
Yeah, you're back. You're back.
Um so I have the Bills at 13-4 and I had to force 2 of those losses. Because I'm just like but again, I could easily see them like their schedule's so weak.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got the Bills going 15-2. Ty, you have them at 16-1.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay. Guys, let us know what you agree with, disagree with. For me, let's just recap it. For me, it's Bills, Patriots, Jets, Dolphins.
I'm at Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, Jets.
And Ty.
I'm at Bills, Patriots, Jets, Dolphins.
All right. There we go. Man,
Wow.
I actually I have a lot of these divisions that are really, really close. I have 2 in the AFC that are not that close. That's one of them. But man, it's gonna be interesting.
And
It's gonna be interesting. All
I
right. Go ahead.
no. What are we doing next?
All right, we are going to do the AFC West,
All right.
which
Dude,
I found to be the most difficult of the entire AFC to predict.
this division this year, every single one of these teams can take a game from the other one.
Yeah. Instead of doing it the way we just did, why don't we each take some time, go through fourth to first the records, and share any thoughts you want to share? Let's try that way.
Okay.
You can
So
go first, Chris.
I
so
actually, dude, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I would put money that this is what this is how they end up. Like, I mean, like, if I could predict the record, I'm looking at it, it looks perfect. I'll wait though, Chris.
all right, so I have the Raiders at 6-11. I have the Chargers at 9-8 and a playoff team. I have the Chiefs at 11-6, and I have the Broncos at 12-5. And something I want to share about this, like I by no means am saying that I think the Broncos are, big boys in this division. Obviously, I still think the Chiefs are the best team in this division, but the Broncos do have a slightly easier schedule. Um, and I just want to point out, right? Like, here's kind of where my thought process was with these teams. The Chiefs might start slow without Rashee Rice, right? We talked about them missing out on explosive plays early in the season, but dude, the second half of their season, I think they're just going to explode once he comes back. Uh,
Explode.
the Broncos have one of the best defenses in the NFL. Dude, they're returning. They had like 52.5 sacks last year, and they were returning 49.5 of them. Like most of the
Yep.
players who got those sacks are coming back. So if Bo Nix, right, Ruck? Like if Bo Nix takes a step forward, we already love Mims. I love Mims. Like I think he
Mm-hmm.
goes from a gadget player this year to like someone who gets 7 to 8 targets a game. Um,
Yep.
And if this run game takes a step forward, dude, I see 12 wins as like I see 10 wins as the Broncos' floor, right? So like I think minimum they get 10. And then Chargers, I have a lot of questions about. I have a question about their identity. Like you draft Omari Hampton in the first round. It's Jim Harbaugh. You go out and get Najee Harris. You're like, we're gonna run the freaking ball. We're gonna go 12 personnel. And then they draft Trey Harris. Like that, you have Justin Herbert. You can't just be a run first team. You got a guy who can sling it. So I don't know. I just have, and they lost Slater, right? So I think their offensive line takes a step
That's
back,
huge. Yep.
and that's why I have it going Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders. Oh, and by the way, I will say this, and I don't underrate this. If you have Max Crosby and a competent offense, dude, the Raiders can sneaky beat a lot of teams.
Yep.
So I have them at 6 wins, but that could be higher.
You ready?
You're up, dude. You're up, dude.
Dude,
You guys are gonna be blown away by mine. I have mine is such an anomaly. It's insane.
John, I would bet I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. I would bet $5,000, which would probably pay out like millions, that this is exactly how it's going to go. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right, I'm ready.
I got the Raiders at 8-9. I got the Chargers and the Chiefs tying at 11-6, but the Chiefs are 4-2 in the division. And then I got the Broncos at 13-4.
Dude,
And it just looks,
We're
it just
so
looks
close.
right. It just looks right. I looked down at it and I was like, this is probably how it's going to go. I actually love it.
13's a lot of wins.
Ty, do me a favor. Break down the division wins. What is each team's record in the division and the way you have it set up?
Broncos are 4-2, Chiefs are 4-2, Chargers are 3-3, Raiders are 1-5.
Oh my gosh, we're so close. It's insane.
Dude, I just feel it. I love it. I feel this, bro. You feel me, dude? I feel it.
I do.
I love
Oh,
that.
100%.
I love that. I love that. If I could put money on like the record,
You might be able to. Maybe not the record, but you might be able to put it on the exact division. I bet that's a thing.
I'd probably have to. I feel like I'd have to like go to Vegas and play and like create a bet and then be like ask for the odds. You know what I mean?
Someone in chat, let us know. Let us know if you can pick first, second, third, and fourth on any of the major books.
I had Broncos again at 13-4, Chiefs and Chargers both at 11-6, and then the Raiders at 8-9, and the Chargers were 4-2 in the division. I'm sorry, the Chiefs were 4-2 in the division. Chargers are 3-3.
So Chiefs get the higher seed.
I think Chiefs get the higher seed. Yeah,
Then the Chargers, but you have the Chargers making the playoffs.
I do.
I mean, I have them
Okay.
making the playoffs at 9-8. So,
Dude, this you guys are seriously. I'm gonna have to go back and look at how I did this, but like I took 45 minutes to do this. I put a lot of time into it. I've got the Raiders at 5-12, and I like the Raiders. I'm picking them to win Week 1.
Yeah.
I
I am
like the
too.
Raiders. I think they're gonna be fun to watch this year. I really love Pete Carroll. So I have the Raiders at 5-12. I have the Chargers at 12-5. I just kept picking them to win, and I'm not even like as high on them as I was a month ago. Listen.
You are.
I have
You're
them at 12-5 in third place. I have the Chiefs at 12-5 in second place, and I have the Broncos at 13-4 in first place. Now, this is where mine makes no sense.
wow.
This is where it's like, how did this happen when I did my picks? I did not do it on purpose. I have the Raiders going 1-5 in the division.
Same.
I have every single loss the Chargers are going to get in this division. I have the Chargers winning 12 games and going 1-5 in the division. How that happened, I have no idea. I have them winning a lot of their non-conference
crazy.
games.
I think they dropped, man. I think because I had them at 9 wins. I just think there's a few games that are just going to be really hard. Like their defense, their phantom defense from last year is really going to have to prove to me that wasn't a fluke, because they played some really bad pass catchers, or like they played some really bad quarterbacks at the end of the season, and that really boosted their defensive stats. But anytime anytime the Chargers defense went against a competent quarterback, they got shredded last year.
Yep. Then I have the Chiefs at 12-5 in second place in the division, 6-0 in the division.
No way.
I have them beating the Broncos twice.
That's bad.
And
Why
I
would you say?
still have the Broncos at first place at 13-4 because of the schedule. Every Broncos game that popped up, I kind of wanted to pick the Broncos.
Yeah, I did feel that way too.
like-
That's how I got, but that's
Yeah,
how I
like-
got them to 12. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just have them at 13. So I have them as the number 2 seed in the AFC. And you better believe I'm not picking the Ravens, them over the Ravens, or them over the Bills in the playoffs, or them maybe even over the Texans in the playoffs. So anyway, that's where I ended up. I think it's so crazy that I had the Chiefs going undefeated in the division and getting second place, and the Chargers somehow winning 12 games, going 1-5. But that's what I have.
To justify what you have, John, I do think the AFC is top heavy, right? So I think
Right.
that really good AFC teams can pick on really bad ones.
Yeah, like the Dolphins. Okay. Sorry. AFC South.
Yes.
AFC South.
Boy, oh boy,
Chris,
did I.
take it away, dude.
So I really had a hard time finding wins in this division. You know, I got really excited. I'm so excited for Liam Cohen, right? Liam Cohen enters this division to be the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And, you know, what can he do? He's got Travis Hunter, he's got BTJ, he's got 3 running backs. Does Trevor Lawrence take a step forward? They have an average defense. Could go either way, right? Could become below average by the end of the season, could be above. Here's how I have it shaken out. And I just want to say some things. I have the Colts at the bottom at 5-12. Obviously,
Crazy.
obviously the Colts.
It's crazy.
Obviously, the Colts can finish better than this, but that's where I have them. And that's how much I trust Daniel Jones. I have the Titans in third at 6-11. And you know, we've seen this formula the last 2 years where a rookie quarterback comes in, and again, I'm only putting them at 6 wins. But Cam Ward is so much better than Will Levis. Like, in my opinion, I think
For sure.
Calvin Ridley has a great season. I think Tony Pollard is underrated. And they've got NFL caliber players on both sides of the ball. Their offensive line got a little bit better. It's still not great, but it got better. And so I think they can steal games, especially in the AFC. I have the Jags at second at 8-9. And I just had a really hard time finding wins for this Jaguars team. And I think part of that is I've never really believed in Trevor Lawrence. So
Yeah.
I think if Cohen can prove, like, the Jaguars are a team that I think I can be convinced pretty early in the season that they can change my mind, if I see that step forward. And then I have the Texans winning this division at 11-6. And again, I believe that their offense. I think it's going to be hard for their offensive line to get worse than last year. And they were a 10-win team last year, so they've already got one of the best defenses in the league. So if their floor is at least being in every game, I feel like CJ Stroud can take them over that finish line and get them to 11 wins.
That's interesting.
You guys are gonna, yeah. It's so, I love this because we're
I
all
know.
so
I
different.
feel like I made another oopsie, kind of like the Vikings last year. I have the Titans at 2.
I might have too. I might have too.
2-15.
You're
And
the
there's
Titans
just
at 2-15.
brother. Listen. I understand. I respect Chris saying, like, you know, the rookie came more. Chris, you want to talk about an identity crisis? Like you said, who are the Chargers? What is this team? Who are the Titans? Who have the Titans been ever? I don't remember the last time this team was relevant, and I mean like ever. Like, actually, like the Tennessee Titans. Who are they? Oh man, they run hard, right? Tennessee Titans. They have the greatest wide. They have the greatest quarterback. Like, who? You know what I'm saying? And I completely agree. Calvin Ridley, phenomenal. I mean, but I just don't see it. I don't know. I looked at it and I was like, the Titans are going to win this. They're not going to win this. They're not going to win this. They're not going to win this. Like, I should see it. So I'm at 2-15. I know they're not going to go 2-15. And if I look back, I could probably give them some more wins at home. I
There
have
are
the Colts
two
at
teams
4-13.
that I have going 2-15, and they all have way less talent than the Titans.
Okay, for sure. Okay, noted. I have the Colts at 4-13. I just think they're just. It's going to be a
So
terrible
we were
year.
closer there
We
because
did the
I
show.
had them at 5-12.
We did the episode a couple weeks back on this division, and I remember telling you guys how torn I was between all these teams because I really do think that the Colts can beat the Jags. I think they can maybe steal one from the Texans. But you and I are way more similar now that I did a game by game prediction than we were
Yeah.
before.
Oh, and then I have the Jaguars at 5-12.
Oh my gosh,
Dude, wasn't it hard to find Jag wins?
It
Dude,
was, and that's why they're 5-12. And you know what? You already know I don't respect the Jaguars either because I think that Trevor Lawrence, it just is. Again, I saw a lot of games last year that he lost just from his decision making. So, and they haven't been very consistent or good for that matter. So I just have them at 5-12, and then I kept focusing on. I know that the Texans offense is going to get better. I know that there's no way that CJ Stroud has another like down year right after his rookie year. I have them at 13-4. They have one of the best defenses in the NFL, and their offense. I just feel like I feel like they're going to dominate. So I'm at 13-4. I think the Texans are going to have a great year.
Yeah, if CJ Stroud can stay healthy and Nico Collins can stay healthy and that O line can protect him, they could be very good.
Right. So
Yeah.
Tyler, the games I had them dropping that I think you might have had them beating, teams were ones that just had dudes at edge rusher. Like if
Yeah.
I think CJ Stroud is going to have that kind of game, I kind of had them losing those games, which is how I got them to 11-6.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yep. And their run game is going to be a question mark too, right?
Yep.
Which running back is going to come out and lead that
Hey,
team this year?
what if they figure it out, dude? What if they figure it out early and they're just cooking all year? You know?
I went through the schedule like for the entire for this entire division, and I just don't like the looks of it for the Colts and the Titans, and I think that there's a chance the Texans go 6-0 in the division this year. So that's 6 wins right there. Find 3 or 4 more in your playoff team. So here's what I've got, and I'm going to be honest, I'm very shocked because literally 2 weeks ago I said I think the Colts might be competing for the division because I think they're a little bit better than they were last year, and they have a quarterback who I'm not in love with Daniel Jones by any means, but I do think he's better than Richardson. I've got the Titans at 3-14.
Wow.
Going 0-6 in the division.
I would be
Colts at 3.
I would be very surprised if the Titans go 0-6 in this division.
I mean,
I have them going 0-6 in this division. I don't know.
I've got the Colts at 3-14.
Probably should have taken them at home. I could see them at 3-14 because give them one of those wins against the Colts and the Jags. Give them 4 wins.
But dude, the Colts like 3-14. That's diabolical. If you would have told me that I was going to put them at that 2 weeks ago, I would have told you you're out of your mind. I just had a hard time picking the Colts. I was going through every week, and I was like, I don't think the Colts win here. I don't think they win here. And so I've got the Colts at 3-14. I'm going to go ahead and say that might be my dumbest pick of this entire night. I've got the Jags at 7-10. So a little bit better, I think, than you guys.
I had them 8-9.
Okay, so no, you had them a little bit better than me. Again, like you said, Chris, add 3 or take 3 away from any of these picks, of course, and that's that wouldn't surprise us, right? It wouldn't surprise me if the Titans won 6 or the Colts won 6 or the Jags won 4 or 10. Wouldn't surprise me. And then I've got the Texans at 13-4, going 6-0 in the division.
Same.
I just do. I do, and I didn't even look back to go see like, oh, who did I have them beating? I wasn't paying attention to what their division record was when I was making these picks. I was just going game by game, assuming everyone's healthy. They won't be. Who do I have winning? And I found 13 wins for the Texans and have them at my 3 seed in the AFC. And by the way, they're scheduled like not that bad.
It's not. It's a good schedule for them, and it's a good schedule for where they're built. They're built to play better offenses and worse defenses.
Right.
So yeah.
Right. Well, and look at, dude, like a big example for them, a huge game. I think a lot of teams have a big game week 1. I think we got to be really careful as fans not to overreact. Week 1, right? If you guys remember, who was it last year? Was it the Saints who started 2-0 or 3-0 last year?
Yes, they did.
And like we were on the show, all 3 of us were like, we're not buying the Saints. And then the Saints just imploded. Like, so we need to not overreact. But I do think if the Texans can go in, they're 3-point dogs against the Rams in a stadium that the Rams don't have home field advantage when they're home. And so if they can go in and start 1-0 against what I think is a good Rams team, and Nico Collins and CJ Stroud can stay healthy, I could see them winning this division and getting the 3 or 4 or 5 seed here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
3 or 4 seed is what it would be. All right. Let's go to the Ravens.
The Ravens.
And the Bengals. The AFC North.
Okay.
I was not kind to them this year.
Yeah,
dude, I was. I found a lot of wins for everyone but one team.
Do you guys want me to start again?
Yeah.
Let's keep this going. This is so great.
All right, so like I have a narrative that I want to like play. Like I just want to bounce something off you guys. I'm gonna tell you guys my picks now. So I have the Browns at 2-15. I wanted to make a statement with my Pittsburgh pick. I saw a lot of people, having them as a 10-7 team and a playoff team. Like a lot of people I really respect in the industry. And I wanted to make a statement. I think they have a losing season, so I have them at 8-9. And if I had them at 9-8 at the end of the predictions, I found a game to make them lose to put them at 8-9.
Okay.
I think the Bengals go 10-7 and sneak into the playoffs. And I have a huge caveat next to them. And I have the Ravens at 14-3, and I have them winning the AFC. Okay? So real quick, what I just want to say.
Wait, I thought you had hold on. I thought you had the Bills higher than them.
No, I remember I had the Bills at 13-4.
Okay. Okay.
So I have the Ravens one game ahead, but again, could easily see the Bills as the number one in this division because of their schedule. So I want to say something about a team like the Bengals, okay? And this is what I mentioned this in the Blevins Sports Show chat. I have them at 10-7, and I just want, like, when you're doing these things, I want you guys to think about like the extreme outcomes, because obviously all the middle outcomes can happen, right? The Bengals play the Browns week 1, right?
Yeah.
If Jerome Ford and the run game, or Dylan Sampson and the Browns run game, and Flacco look good against this defense, and the Bengals win 27-21, 27-24, I'm terrified. I'm right.
Of like the Bengals being bad.
Yes, because that defense is so bad, right? So I want to see that step. Remember, we talked about that step forward to average. Like, to me, the Bengals go from a 10-7 team to a 12-5 team like that if I can start to trust their defense a little bit more. But like, I want you guys to, I want you to think about this Lions game. Bengals play the Lions. Okay, so the Lions have one of the top-rated defenses in the NFL and one of the best offenses.
Yep.
So if you're going to tell me that all the Lions defense has to do is maybe make the Bengals punt once, maybe twice, and that's going to be it, and then we get the win. So like, because their offense is so good, so they're a really tricky team to deal with any game, because right, any game you're like, well, they can't stop that team, so I guess Burrow's got to put up 40.
Right.
And again, Burrow can put up 40. This team can win those types of games. So I don't want anyone to get me wrong, but like, I struggled picking games for them. That's why I only had them at 10 wins.
This is crazy. You guys are gonna, me too, Ty. You're gonna go next, but I did the same thing I did in the AFC West in this division. It makes no sense. Ty, go ahead, dude. Give us your 4 through 1.
I have the Ravens at 14-3.
4 through 1. 4 through 1.
Same, baby.
Huh? 4 through 1.
You're good.
Browns at 3-14. I have the Steelers at 5-11.
Wow.
Wow.
I just, come on, man. A-Rod. Listen, I want Aaron. Listen to me. As much hate as Aaron Rodgers gets, I want him to do well. I would love for him to have one final year, and maybe he keeps going, by the way, if he has a good year. I would love for him to be the answer for Pittsburgh. I don't see it. I'm at 5-11. Oh, Cam D.
Guest appearance on the show.
Came to say, go Lions.
Go Lions.
Go Lions.
Yeah. What a stud.
Oh, my God. What a good Camden. Love you, Camden.
No.
No, it's not bad.
No.
All right, I love you. Go give mama.
What a
Thank you,
stud.
buddy.
Oh, my gosh, dude. Oh, my gosh. And then I have the Bengals at 12-5.
Oh my gosh, Ty, we are so synced tonight, dude. It's
Yeah,
nuts.
12-5. And then Ravens at 14-3. So I'm locked in, bro.
Ty, what do you have the Bengals in the division?
5-1. 5-1.
Dude, look at that.
Come on, dude. I think they lose one. They lose to the Ravens at home on the road. I think they crush the Steelers, crush the Browns. But I know that I know what everyone says is that division games they're tough. They play each other tough. The Lions went undefeated in our division last year, didn't we?
Yeah.
Like, but again, I just want to say, right?
Like, and we were injured.
This is why I'm so interested in watching how they do against the Browns, right? Because the Browns are like universally thought of as a bottom of the bins offense. So if they can go out there and look competent against this Bengals defense, I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna be like, okay, here come the Bengals D again.
We get Jameis Winston in the snow, baby. Hey, is this what we want? It's like Christmas. I love watching him play, man. I know he's not on the Browns. He's on who's he on? The Giants?
He's the third string for the Giants now. They actually they put Jackson Dart ahead of him.
That's so sad he's third. Oh.
Yeah, but you know what? No matter where he's at in the depth chart, he shows up, dude. He'll get a game. He'll get a game and go in there and have fun.
I hope so, dude.
I'll hammer them to win. They'll lose. It'll be awesome.
We'll take him to get two interceptions, 4 touchdowns. That's the bet. That's the bet. Him praying to God to please don't let me throw interceptions.
That was so good, bro. All right, here's what I got. I got the Browns at 2-15.
Yeah, me too.
And
That's what I have.
that is purely based on their offense because their defense is going to be fun. Their D line is good, and I think they probably end up winning more than 2. But that's how many I picked them to win going through game by game. I have the Steelers going 9-8.
That's
And it obviously that means that they could win less and take the under there. I've got the Bengals at 12-5. I just had a hard time going game by game picking against Joe Burrow in that offense, and I know their defense is Swiss cheese. I understand. I've just got them at 12-5, and I've got the Ravens at 13-4. And here's the crazy thing about the Ravens this year, because dude, they are. I mean, the Bills and the Ravens, in my opinion, maybe the Eagles, we can throw them in there. Like they are the 3 teams that to me are just you got to beat them. Like they're going to be so tough to beat, even if they play poorly, they can still win games. But here's the weird thing, which makes no sense. I've got the Steelers going 3-3 in the division. Obviously, I have the Browns going 0-6. I've got the Steelers going 3-3 in the division, going 9-8. I've got the Bengals going 6-0 in the division. I've got them beating the Ravens both times.
And they play them. They play them on John. They play them on a short week, dude.
I know. And
they have to go into Baltimore on a short week.
And I still have the Ravens winning the division at 13-4, going 3-3 in the division. So I also have the Ravens losing one of the Steelers. Like two divisions in the AFC where I have the second place team, the Chiefs and the Bengals, going undefeated in the division and still not winning the division.
Yeah,
Has that ever happened even?
That's not going to happen.
Hey man, it's what I did.
Hey, that'd be great.
It's how it's going to happen.
Here's what I got to say about the Browns, by the way. Everyone has the Browns so low. So low. Everyone has the Browns so low. You guys have at 2-15. I'm at 3-14. But listen, this team 2 years ago was one of the best defenses in the NFL. They had they were like top 61%. Like that's how they were operating. Like not top 61. That's not. I don't know how to word it or how it was worded somewhere in my notes. But like the average was like 51%. Like if defense is operating at like 51%, like that's like the league average. They were operating at a 63%. They were the best defense in the league a couple of years ago, 2 years ago. Last year, they're one of the worst. And that's because they were dead last in ball control, right? In ball time and third down conversions. Dead last. Their offense was so bad. All they did was punt. So their defense is on the field 24/7. And they're just, what do? They dropped down to league average, by the way. They dropped down to 51% from that 63. So they weren't even like one of the worst defenses in the NFL. They definitely weren't. So it's just,
and they went out and got Mason Graham on the D line. Like they invested their first round pick on their defense.
If their offense can move the ball, and I'm not even talking like scoring every time, but if they can convert some first downs and give their defense a break, I think they could be in a lot more games than our records show. I just want to throw that out there.
I agree.
So.
Yep, with you. All right, that is the AFC. That took us about 35 minutes. Well done, fellas. Let's move on to the NFC. Let's do the NFC North last. So let's start with the NFC West.
Oh, of course you did this to me.
That would be the Niners, Rams, Cardinals, and Seahawks. And dude, I don't know about you guys, but I think this division is a bloodbath. Everyone's talking about the NFC North being a bloodbath. This division is going to be so fun to watch. I will be dialed in when I'm not like having to do something, whether it's coaching a football game or whatever. I'm going to be dialed in to whatever when the Lions aren't on, to whatever that division is doing.
Listen,
it's going to be fun.
Listen to how close I have this, guys. You ready? So I'll kick us off.
We'll see who has it closer because mine's close.
So and I want to say this to everyone at home. Okay, there are, in my opinion, 9 AFC teams that can make the playoffs this year.
9 AFC teams?
Yes, and there are 3 locks. Like I'm putting the Chiefs as locks, I'm putting the Ravens as locks, and I'm putting the Bills as locks. There's 12 NFC teams I think could make the playoffs this year, and 4 of them are in this division. So here we go. NFC West, I have the Cardinals last in the division. Listen to this, at 9-8. I have the Rams third in this division at
what?
You ready? 9-8. 9-8 again. And what I did, guys, with this one, I feel like Stafford's going to have some back issues toward the end of the season, so they got a lot more losses at the end of the season than I had them getting at the beginning. So like I have them beating the Texans week 1. Stafford's healthy, everyone's good to go. I have the Rams tapering off. I feel like that back's going to be an issue. So I have the Rams at 9-8. I have the Seahawks finishing at 10-7.
See,
10 and
that's
7.
not me.
10-7.
I have, listen to this. If their offense can be average, if they can get the Legion of Boom back, this defense is one of the best defenses in the NFL last year, like kind of under the radar. And if they could take another step forward on defense and just like Legion of Boom style step forward, and then this offense can just move the ball, right? With their new offensive coordinator, the new zone run scheme, like I don't know, I could see them getting to 10-7. And then I have the 49ers at 11-6. Every single one of these teams is basically within one game of the other. 9-8, 9-8, 10-7, 11-6. And I have the Niners barely taking this division.
Ooh.
Give me that all day. Give me that. Give me like something similar to that where it's a game each and that the last 4 weeks matter a ton.
Yeah, boys, not here.
Uh-oh. Ty's about to drop the Legion of Boom hammer.
This is terrible. I had a hard time giving the Seahawks wins, especially with Sam Darnold. Like, again, he was one of the longest quarterbacks in the league holding the ball. And that was because he had one of the greatest offensive lines and he was allowed to do that. This Seahawks offensive line does not give him that. I have Sam Darnold getting incredibly exposed here, even with Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. I have him dead last at 4-13.
4 wins for the Seahawks.
Dude, listen to me.
Clip this.
That's like my
Hey,
Vikings take last
clip that
year.
I had the Seahawks at 10-7 and Ty I'm at 4-13.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But if the Seahawks have a bad year, just lock it in. Okay. I have the Rams at 7-10 because in the back of my mind, all I was thinking of was injured Stafford the entire time.
Yeah.
Was just like he's already dealing with back injuries, like, and his offensive line isn't going to do him justice. I have him at 7-10. I have the Cardinals at 8-9, and I have everyone sleeping on the Niners. I have the Niners at 14-3.
What? Dude,
Going
their
undefeated
defense
in the
is
division.
not good enough to be 14-3.
Are they good enough to be 13-4?
They play again, we know they play a very weak schedule. I need to see more from their defense than
Yeah. This is probably my worst division prediction, I think.
if they
Well,
can
it's a
get
hard division to pick because even the division games, Ty, real quick, Ty, go through. And Chris, I actually want you to do this too. So, Chris, why don't you start since you went first?
Yeah.
Go through and tell me what each start from 4 to 1 and how you have them ranked, and give me their division wins.
Yeah, I have 3-3, so Cardinals 9-8, Rams 9-8, 10-7, 11-6. I have all of them beating each other once.
Yeah, I have the Cardinals going 2-4 in division. I have the Rams going 3-3, and I have the Seahawks going 1-5, and then the Niners are 6-0, which is probably like that's where the losses. Well, I could give them some losses in the division for sure.
Yeah.
Right. I could see them losing to the Cardinals. I can see them losing one to the Rams. So I could see them being 12-5.
If you imagine their defense, like, because you might be remembering their defense from a few years ago, they had to let a lot of guys go. Like obviously they still got Bosa and who's their freaking amazing linebacker? Warner, Fred Warner.
Yeah.
So obviously they still have both of them, but around them there's a lot of young dudes now. So,
dude.
So again, if that defense, I think that defense gets a little exposed in some of these games, which is why I have them at 11-6. That's still a ton of wins.
All right, fellas. This one was hard for me. In my division, like I just think that whatever team can find the edge in the division itself is going to be the one that wins it. I've got the Seahawks in last place going 8-9. So they're right there, like 8-9. That's a 1 win away from potentially making the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the Cardinals in third place at 10-7. I've got the Rams in second place going 11-6. And I have the Niners winning the division and going 13-4.
Do you have those three going to the playoffs?
I do not. I have, and the way I did it, the Niners have the 1 seed, the Rams have the 6 seed, the Cardinals would have the 8th, so they'd be the first team out, and then the Seahawks would have the 12th. Now, I think here's the thing: I have the Seahawks going 2-4, I have the Cardinals going 2-4, and then I have in the division, and then I've got the Niners and the Rams going 4-2. So if the Seahawks and Cardinals can both go 3-3. All of a sudden, one of those two teams is in the playoffs potentially.
Right.
So like, it's just those division games to me are so huge. And here's the thing: the Niners, like their schedule to me is just it's just hard to find losses. And I know their defense isn't great. I know they're short on receivers. Like Pearsall is going to have to be an absolute stud.
So
I don't think
Jennings is trending to play this weekend. The calf thing, it does worry me, man. I hate soft tissue stuff worries me.
yeah, 100%.
Soft tissue. I know you've had a problem with that, Chris.
Yeah, they definitely have a wide receiver issue, but if McCaffrey can go back, if
Right.
McCaffrey takes 0 steps back
Right.
and
right,
only
right.
goes back to where he was pre-injury, like they've got a top 5 running back in the league. I'm not even a huge like Brock Purdy like believer. I just their schedule, bro. I would probably give up all the money I have for the Lions to have this schedule, and then I'd call Ty. Like
For sure.
but like I would, you know, if I could, I would. If I
Float
could,
that.
I would. Because
I can
it's
float that.
such a just hard to find losses for me outside of their division. I have them losing 4 games, 2 of them are in their own division. So like I just man, their schedule is so nice. Now again, last year, you'll remember I forget what team it was, but there was a team that had like one of the hardest schedules on paper before the season started. And then the way the season played out, it was like a bottom 10 schedule. So, because we're basing this off last season, it's a new season. But for now, I do have the Niners winning 13 games, and I don't love it.
Okay.
I love it.
This is going to be
all
fun.
right.
I'm with you guys. I'm really excited to watch the NFC West this year.
I'm so
I know.
pumped.
I
I'm
can't
pumped.
wait.
By the way, I love every division. I love every division. I love a lot of the bottom players in the division besides the Saints. Like, I'm excited to watch the Browns. I'm always excited to watch teams that everyone thinks are going to do absolutely terrible perform, like, and see how they do. So
Yeah. I will say this too. Like, if I thought Sam Darnold was an average quarterback, I think he is slightly below average. If I thought he was an average quarterback, I'd probably have the Seahawks winning 11 games.
Yeah. So
see, that's
mine on 10. Like my 10 is it's Kubiak. It relies on Kenneth Walker staying healthy for sure, which has
Yep.
never happened before.
old
Yep.
Kenny.
All right, let's go to the let's go down a little bit actually and do the NFC South.
Okay. So
And Tyler, before we start this, I just want to issue a pre-apology.
A
A
fine, dude.
pre-apology to you and your loved ones and your loved
Yeah.
team.
yeah,
It's whatever,
Go ahead,
dude.
Chris.
I'm not
Alright,
worried
ready?
about it.
NFC South. So I have this is the other 2-15. I only had 2-15 teams. I tried to have less like extremes in this one than last year. And that's the Saints. I have them going 2-15 and really struggling. If they can get a rhythm, I like more. Like I like their new head coach. He's going to be their play caller. I'm excited to see if they can get something going on offense. But I have them at 2-15. I have the Panthers at 5-12. And it's the same thing as the Bengals. This is a team that I will turn around so fast on if I see their defense look okay. Like if I see their defense look okay and Bryce is still Brycing from the end of last season, then I'm okay saying I was wrong on this 5-12. But I want to see it first because they had the worst defense in the NFL. They made every team's rushing attack look like they were the Eagles. So I need to see something from them, dude. Real quick, I know you guys aren't supposed to like give super opinions right now. I really struggled to find Falcons wins.
Wow, opposite.
Like I have them at 9-8, and I felt like I was like, oh, well, I'm not pressing Falcons enough, so I had to like press it more for some of these wins. I could see them. I don't know. They just have such a whatever defense. Like they drafted 2 first-round edges, and like one of them has to hit, or this defense is just trash. You can run all over them. My favorite thing is this is being called the ping pong division because all these defenses just are not good. So I have the Falcons at 9-8. It's good for fantasy, right? And then I have the Bucks at 11-6, and it would have been higher if Wirfs was healthy to start the season. Like this is a team I'm really excited to watch again, and I think that they could do better than 11-6 if Wirfs comes back before week 4.
Interesting.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice, Chris.
Yeah, I have a lot to say, but I'll wait till it's my turn. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah. I got the Saints at 2-15. Had to give them 2.
Wow, we all
They went
have
1-5. Yeah, 1-5 in the division. I have the Panthers at 6-11.
Oh my gosh, Tyler, back to earth.
I'm back down to earth, bro. I have the Panthers at 6-11. I mean, there are a lot of their games where I'm just like, they're not gonna win that one, dude.
Right? It's hard.
Like,
it's hard to find them wins.
It's hard to find Panthers wins.
Yeah. So 6-11. I have the Falcons at 8-9,
Wow.
and I have the Bucks at 14-3.
Ty, let's go. We're right there.
14-3.
Ty,
Are
we're
they
right
one
there.
seed?
Why were you looking at me like that? We have really similar ones.
Oh yeah, no, I was just messing with you, bro.
Are they your 1 seed, Ty?
They are, yeah, they are my 1 seed.
Wow. Do you have them beating the Lions?
I did have them beating us, I think. No, we beat them. I don't know who I had them losing to. I wish I could like click on them and it shows me. Oh, it does. I have them losing to the Bills, to us, to the Texans, and that's it.
Wow.
They probably lose to the Rams. Yeah, they lose to the Rams. All right.
Either way, that's high praise. That's high praise for what I think is a good Bucks team. So I'm not like I don't disagree necessarily. I just didn't think you'd have them that high.
Same.
Okay, so for me, dude, I have the Saints. We're all with the Saints 2-15. I would not be surprised if they go 0-17. I have a hard time finding anything to love about that offense with anyone throwing the ball on their team. Now, if they found a way to go get Jameis Winston back, I'd probably give him 4 wins, and I don't think he's that good either. So I have them going 2-15. I had a hard time finding the Panthers wins, and I like Bryce Young, and I like Chuba Hubbard, and I like McMillan and Leggett.
Yep.
It's a hard time finding wins. I have them at 3-14.
Wow.
It's bad. Here's the
that's-
thing, though. If you're a Panther fan, like you get the second or third pick in the draft, and I don't think you
Mhm.
have a bottom 3 or 4 team in the league, but you kind of do in the draft order. Like, would you rather than win 7 games and get a middle pick,
Here's
or
my
win
question,
3
because
and have a top 5 pick?
this is year 2 for Canales, right? Yeah.
I don't
As-
know. Yeah,
But
I don't know.
David Tepper is insane. Like, I like Canales. Is there a chance if they go 3-14 that he fires Canales?
I hope not. I hope not, because he's the reason that they're in the place they're in.
Listen, I look at the Panthers this year, and like, I don't know. I get excited. I think that this is a team where if they're again, we talked about this, they were bottom of the barrel, 32nd in pretty much every statistic on defense. If their defense can become average, top
Yes.
20, right?
And that's
This
what I'm
year,
saying, Ty.
and then you can see them. I'm not even joking. Competing for second in this division,
Yes.
but that is very unlikely.
I just want to see it.
I want to see
Right.
it. Show me it. But again, I think the Panthers' offense is flashy. They're exciting. I think on my list on Twitter or on X, I put them as like spicy. Like
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be fun. I think they're gonna be a very fun team to watch. High scoring games, no matter what, right? So
Yeah.
Yep, agree. So
Bruce.
I've got them at 3-14,
Okay.
but I think they go in more for sure. And then I've got the Falcons at 10-7. And as I was going through this, I was paying attention.
You know
to
they
the top
lost
three-
their 2 of their starting offensive linemen, right?
Who, the Falcons?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. But here's my thing, dude. I'm not high on the Falcons. I do think that if Penix can find a way to stay healthy, that he can be a good QB in this league. I kind of doubt that. He's just had some major injuries in college. He didn't get a lot of games last year. 3 towards the end, I think, where he started. So I've got them at 10-7. I don't like them very much, and I had a hard time finding losses.
Wow.
I like their schedule. I like their schedule a little bit.
When they
And
when
then
they were going up against really good offenses, I had a hard time giving them the win because I just don't trust their defense.
Yeah, I don't really trust their defense either. I don't really trust Penix, but again, I have them 4-2 in the division and finishing 10-7. They just got to find 6 wins if they go 4-2 in the division. And then I've got the Bucks at 11-6, going 5-1 in the division.
Me too.
Bucks are my 4 seed in the
Yep.
NFC.
Yep, same.
And here's my thing about the Bucks, dude. I legitimately do believe that Baker Mayfield is a good quarterback, a very good quarterback. I love Bucky Irving. I love their coach. I love Bowles. Their defense, like even though I'm not as confident in their defense as it was in the last few years, like Bowles is a great coach, and their defense just seems to overachieve. And so I just feel like they can do it.
He reminds me, and again, not in scheme, but the way he sends 5, he reminds me of Aaron Glenn. And I know Aaron Glenn mostly blitzed because Hutch was out,
Right.
but it always feels like they cannot get pressure with 4.
Yep.
So
Yep. I will say my 11-6 pick for the Bucks has a lot to do with Ibuka being really good. Like, if for some reason he just has a little bit of a slower year than I think he's going to have, Godwin missing some time, Mike Evans, I still think gets 1,000 yards, but like, he's getting older. Like, it really depends on Ibuka being really good. So 11-6 for me.
Shit off.
All right, dude. NFC East.
All right.
NFC East. I'm gonna get so much hate for this, bro. I'm gonna get roasted.
Let's see.
I'm
So
ready for it. I'm ready
Yeah.
for it.
NFC East, dude, again, another fun division. I don't have a single bottom tier team, right? Where I would say like 2 or 3 wins in this division. I have the Giants in fourth, going 5-12, and I want to say something to if we have any Giants fans in the chat. I have this weird feeling that they're gonna get creamed early. Okay, but those edge rushers they have like 3 of the best edge rushers in the league. Assuming Abdul Carter is as good as I think he is, which I think he's going to be great. And then you add, Dexter Lawrence, like the defense can wreak havoc. And then you got Malik Neighbors.
How many wins did you give them?
I said 5-12, but again, they have the hardest schedule in the NFL, and it's not close. So the fact that I have them at 5-12 and like the Saints at 2-15, that still means I like the Giants a lot more than the Saints.
Right.
So Giants 5-12, I think they're going to be fun to watch. Cowboys I have at 7-10. I have the Cowboys at 7-10.
Same.
And that's predicated a lot on their running game. I have the Commanders going 10-7, and I think I'm gonna get some hate for that. But to me, it's dude. I cannot get over the stat that they have the oldest team in the NFL, and it's not close. Like if Debo can't play the whole season, right? If
Yep.
they go out and they get help from the Bills, the edge rusher. Come on, super old, was a All Pro.
Von Miller.
Thank you. They go get Von
Cool.
Miller. Dude, their best linebacker is 36. Like, I'm just worried. I'm worried that if the old guys start to wear down, this is a team that can take a step back, even though I think Jaden Daniels takes a step forward.
Yeah.
And then I have the Eagles at 12-5, and I have them as the standard in the NFC. I have the Eagles finishing with the tiebreaker and the 1 seed.
I don't know what this noise is.
It's not me, Ty, is it? Let me.
Do you hear it?
Stop. Did it stop?
Oh, Ty,
Okay.
you're muted.
No, I'm good.
Me.
You hear
It
me?
wasn't me then. Yep, we can hear you.
I think I'm okay. I'm not sure.
You sound great on my end.
You
No,
sound
it's
fine.
not.
Yeah, I
No,
don't hear
there's
anything.
no, dude, you don't understand. There's a noise popping up. It's this chat. I don't know what the heck it is. I've already disabled it, but it's still so annoying. Think we're good. Okay.
All right. NFC East for you.
Yeah, man. Chris, you're a better man than I. I had to disrespect the Giants like I do every year. I haven't won in 16.
Oh gosh. Tyler, I picked double the amount of wins for them.
I haven't won in 16.
That's
Chris,
embarrassing.
but I think they're probably going to end up more like what Chris said. I haven't won in 16. I looked at them and I could not find wins. I couldn't find them anywhere.
I think
I
they
could
could
have
beat
maybe
the
given them a
Cowboys.
couple more. Sure, maybe. But
I haven't beat the Cowboys once.
But I legitimately, I don't know. I have this weird feeling that the Cowboys are gonna do better without Micah. I mean, I watched a compilation. I watched a compilation. Chris, they got ran on.
I know.
And
100%.
I watched a compilation of Micah Parsons like his run defense. It wasn't a highlight. It was a low light.
Yeah, he's not fantastic. He's not as bad as Trey Hendrickson on the Bengals. He's like a worse run defender, but he's not a great run defender, Micah.
Yeah, it was terrible though. It was bad, and they said they were, I don't know. So we'll see. I have them at 7-10, Dallas.
Okay.
And then I went real generous here. I have the Commanders at 13-4.
Wow.
Yeah, you know what it is? I think I'm just.
It's because they waxed our Lions.
They beat us so bad. I'm like, I have to respect this team with my prediction. Otherwise, I'm just gonna get rinsed for the rest of my life. So I think
we're talking about Jaden Daniels as a top 6 real QB in the NFL.
Yes.
Not fantasy. I mean like real after this year.
Yeah, and then I have the Eagles at 14-3. Their team is like what feels like the exact same. I just think they're phenomenal. I think they have it figured out. I think they know who they are. I think they know their offense. AJ Brown. People are kind of forgetting this transformation that happened where AJ Brown just became this godlike mentality-wise like receiver towards the end of the year. And with Saquon and Jalen, just obviously, just having all that time to rest. I don't know. I think they do really well.
It is.
I
It
think the
is.
Eagles are another contender this year.
Yeah, it's funny, Ty. People are talking about how like they lost some dudes on defense, which is absolutely true. But Vic Fangio, in my opinion, is the best. But like to me, it's him and Brian Flores as two of the best defensive play callers in the NFL. And like, I'm not worried about the Eagles defense.
I love the Eagles again. So I got them at 5-1 in the division. Also, losing I think one game to the Commanders on the road.
Okay.
Yeah, I had him at 5-1 too.
Time for me to get some hate.
Yep, I'm ready.
I got the Eagles at 0-16.
No,
You're so.
I've got the Giants at 2-15 in fourth place. And I really do think the Giants can win more than 2 games because of their defense and Russell Wilson, of course. And I think Neighbors is an absolute monster. And I think some of their young running backs can do well. But man, I just think like the rest of that team and their schedule, not great. I just had a hard time finding wins.
No, 100%. They have the hardest schedule in the NFL. I totally agree with that.
Right. So I'm at 2-15, going 1-5 in the division. This is where I'm going to get the first part of my hate. I have the Cowboys going 5-12. And I actually don't even disagree with Ty that their defense might look a little bit better
Livelier.
without Micah. Like, yeah, just I don't know. It happens. Like the team has to come together. They got a nose tackle who really was good against the run.
Kenny
Micah
Clark.
Parsons
Kenny
was
Clark
like
is a
50th
great
or
player.
51st or
Right.
in PFF for run stopping. So, but I do think that I find a lot of value in the Cowboys passing attack. Like I really do with Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. Like I think they can be really fun. I think Dak's a really good fantasy quarterback this year, and if he can stay healthy. But dude, like they can't. Who's running the ball? Like
yeah, they didn't
maybe
fix
they
their
make
run.
a trade. Maybe they win a game they shouldn't. Maybe they somehow win week 1 and then lose 2. But they're like, oh man, what? Maybe we'll go trade for Brees Hall or something. Like maybe they do something. But unless Jadon Blue just becomes an absolute stud, I just don't see them winning a lot of games. So I've got them at 5-12.
Wow.
Here comes some more hate. I've got the Commanders at 9-8.
Ooh, what was your reasoning there?
I've got them at 4-2 in the division, which makes it even crazier to put them at 9-8. I just don't like their schedule, and I don't like their road schedule. And I think Jaden's a stud. I'm with you, Chris. Top 6 overall, not just fantasy as a QB potentially next year.
Right.
I
seriously think that, especially if Stafford retires, I think people are going to be saying Lamar, Josh Allen, Mahomes, Burrow, Daniels.
Yeah, I think it's going to for sure. And a lot of people already are doing that. But dude, like you said, they're old. Like McLaurin, to me, I watched almost every single Commanders game last year, obviously, including the one where they waxed us. Like McLaurin crushed us that game too. But like he's so boomer bust. He's such a big playmaker that if you can stop the big play, you can keep it within a score, and all of a sudden they've got a 50-50 chance to win the game at the end. So I've got them at 9-8. And I mean, again, that means I could have them at 10-7 very easily, or even 11-6 very easily. But I've just got them there. And then I've got the Eagles at 12-5, going 5-1 in the division.
Yeah.
So for
That's
me,
fair.
if you remember, I gave the Niners the 1 seed at 13-4 because of their schedule. I've got the Eagles with the 2 seed at 12-5, going 5-1 in the division.
Oh, I have a different team with the 2 seed.
It better be our Lions.
It is.
Baby. All right, let's go to the NFC North, which for me was as much of a bloodbath
as the NFC West.
NFC
yes.
West.
Yes. Okay, John, I love you so much for saying that. Yep.
It's a bloodbath this year.
Yes. Okay. So NFC North is very hard to predict because it has one of the most unknowns hanging over it, right? JJ McCarthy.
McCarthy.
We just don't know what he's going to be. You guys need to take that. Like, yes, I understand that the Vikings, if you take away the quarterback position, have a top 5 roster in the NFL, like the Lions do, even I think with Goff. And so here's my NFC North predictions. I have the Bears finishing at 8-9 and missing the playoffs. I have the Vikings finishing 1 game ahead at 9-8 and also just missing the playoffs. I have the Packers at 11-6 as the 5 seed in the NFC, and I have the Lions at 12-5 and as your 2 seed in the NFC. And let me explain myself a little bit here. I just watched I just read an article about the NFL executive rankings of the NFC, and the Lions finished 4th in those rankings in the NFC, like just total. And all these execs were praising them, and one of the execs put the Lions at 11 and goes, "You can't lose 2 coordinators and be this good again." And it's just like, dude, I'm so sick of that take. Go pound for pound, every player on our roster. Dude, we have too much talent on this team. The Lions do to warrant this disrespect and to project the Packers to all of a sudden be Super Bowl
Yep.
contenders. First off, the Packers are a great team. I absolutely now have them in my Super Bowl contenders now that they have Micah Parsons.
Cringe.
But dude, you're
Here's something.
sitting in the disrespect on the Lions. It has been blowing my mind. This division is it goes through Detroit until it doesn't.
Yep.
So, so I have the Packers finishing 1 game behind, and it comes part of the reason is because they lose to us the second time we play them. And I actually think we win the first time, but I gave that game to the Packers when I was doing this exercise.
Interesting.
So I
Interesting.
have the Lions in this exercise. I have the Lions going 1-2, losing to the Packers and the Ravens, and then going 12-5.
Fun fact, real quick, before Ty goes. So the Detroit Lions are a top 5 team bet to miss the playoffs, I think. Which, of course, you're getting good odds there if it happens, and so people are betting it. They are also the number 3 most bet team this week, at least when I saw this yesterday, with their points. So it goes like Broncos minus 7.5. Now I think it's minus 8.5. Then it was Cardinals minus the points against the Saints.
Yep.
And then it was Lions plus the points against the Packers. Make sense.
Yep.
So, okay. By the way, yeah, the Great White with a great little fun fact here. I was just going to say the first part, didn't know the second part. Jared Goff is 8-0 in week 1 games, and Dan Campbell's 5-0 against the spread week 1.
Dude, love it.
Let's go, baby. All right, Ty, hit us with the NFC North.
Let me tell you, dude, everyone is just so high on these Bears. Make it make sense. Caleb Williams has proven nothing. Ben Johnson has proven nothing as a head coach.
Here we go.
Hear me out, though. Like, yes, he was an incredible offensive coordinator for us. He was great. But has he had enough time to, like, change this shithole of an organization? I disagree. I have the Bears at 6-11.
Ooh.
Wow.
And that's I mean, you're like, I will listen to me. I will never listen to me, Toxic. I will never hop on the Bears bandwagon like a Bears fan does. Every year, all of a sudden,
You're gonna wait a year.
Different. Here we finally, here's the year. We're the Bears. Hey, we're gonna be good this year. We got Ben Johnson. No. The Bears suck until they don't. Okay? You guys have been irrelevant.
That's fair.
Since God knows how long. And so have the Lions, except for the last couple of years. So obviously, it's good when you win the division twice in a row. Listen, Vikings, 8-9.
Wow.
We're closer there. I had them at 9-8.
Okay.
And let me tell you right now, Chris, your Green Bay Packer glaze disgusts me. I got them at 9-8. Juicy.
Oh my gosh. Dude.
Wow.
Tell him Jordan Love's overpaid.
I got him at a clean 9-8, dude. I got him at a clean 9-8. I don't care if you have Micah Parsons. This dude's got an L4, L5 spinal injury, my friend. Spinal. This ain't one bad someone helmets him in the back.
Micah's a dude, man. Micah's like Hutch, man. He's a dude.
I do not care. My man is going to be on freaking epidurals all season long to play through this pain. You are delusional. Okay? Don't like it. Their offense, who are they throwing the ball to? I say that every year.
Golden.
Wow, Matthew Golden. He's going to have a year. Come on, bro.
Tucker Kraft.
Oh, Tucker Kraft had a terrible year last year.
No, he didn't. He had the second most yak of any tight end.
Yeah, yak. I like the yacker. That's because Tucker Kraft is good. I like Tucker Kraft. But listen to me, man. Who's their wide receiver 1? Talk to me.
It's Golden. It's Golden. And we haven't seen him play a game yet, so.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
No, I hear you, Ty. I'm agreeing with you on that.
There's so many people that are just like, they just assume it's diabolical, man. It's diabolical to me. And I completely.
Are you forgetting that they're not a pass first team anymore? This is Josh Jacobs' offense.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs. Congratulations. Josh Jacobs.
And they have a good offensive line, dude. They have a good floor. So if Love, here's
understand.
my thought. Here's my thought process.
And,
And Ty, I'm
you're
not
right.
saying that your prediction is wrong. 9-8 is 100% in the range of outcomes for the Green Bay Packers this year. But I'm just saying, like they have a great offensive line, they have a great run game, they have a great play caller head coach, Matt LaFleur. So like if Jordan Love takes this step and doesn't lose them games, right? Because he's got that kind of gunslinger. He can throw them out of games. So if he just doesn't do that, this is going to be a really hard team to beat.
Sure. Stop the run. What happens? Stack the box. Make him throw to who?
Listen, you're right. But Ty, you're right.
Matthew Golden.
You're
Come
absolutely
on,
right. For me, anyone playing the Packers this year, it's make Jordan Love and those receivers prove they can beat you. That's how you just sell out to Jacobs the whole time. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I agree.
And we win week 1, but we'll get there here soon.
Yeah, and then I have the Lions 13-3.
By the way, I will say again in this exercise, I had us losing week 1, but I do have us winning week 1.
13-4 or 14-3. You must have missed one. That's fine.
I missed the game. 13-4.
Okay.
I don't know. There's so many ads on this freaking app, dude.
It's brutal.
Ad blocker on my desktop was kind of perfect. So
just beating the Steelers. There you go.
All right. Before I start my pick, I'll read Great White's chat. The Packers are 1-6 versus the Lions since 2002. All right, here I go. When I said bloodbath, guys, I think I meant it a little different than you guys did.
2022, John. You read that wrong.
That's what I said. 2022.
Oh, I thought you said 2002. Sorry.
No,
God,
2022.
I've never wanted I'm sorry. I'm just reading chat. I've never wanted the Packers to just be so bad more in my life than I have.
Let's just smoke in week 1, and it'll be a lot of fun for us for a few weeks until Thanksgiving. All right. I've got my entire NFC North is literally one game apart.
That's how mine was.
One game apart. I've got the Bears going 9-8.
Oh, so okay. So you did, yeah, okay.
I have the Bears going 9-8, winning some games against non-NFC North teams that they're going to be underdogs in, including week 1 against Minnesota. I've got the Vikings at 10-7. I want to be very clear here. I have the Bears going 3-3 in the division. I have the Vikings being one game ahead of them at 10-7, going 2-4 in the division. So if the Vikings can do a little bit better than I think they're going to do against the Lions, Packers, and Bears, then all of a sudden the Vikings go higher. The Vikings in my system here are the 7th seed in the NFC playoffs.
Okay.
I've got the Packers at 11-6, going 3-3 in the division. I do have them losing both games to the Lions. I don't know what happens if I switch that. Like if I have the Packers winning week 1, Lions winning on Thanksgiving, what that does to that. But I've got the Packers going 11-6, and I've got the Detroit Lions with the 3 seed going into the playoffs at 12-5.
Yeah,
12-5. And so I'm gassing them all up, dude. Like for me, the Bears are the 11th seed in the NFC. Like, I mean, that's a couple games from being in the playoffs. The Vikings are in. I have 3 teams from the NFC North making the playoffs the way I did.
I don't know how you guys both can just be so high on the Bears when everyone's high on them every year. Every year, Bears.
I have them at 8-9. That's not even a winning season.
Yeah, 9-8 for me, Ty. Like, here's the thing, bro. They have Ty. The Bears' biggest question marks, in my opinion. They have 3 big question marks. Right, their left tackle. Like they're still barely announcing who's starting. Like Braxton Jones is probably going to start. Add Micah Parsons to the division. That's not good for them. And Hutch, of course. And the Packers had 2 guys with double-digit sacks, or the Vikings had 2 guys with double-digit sacks last year. So that's a problem for the Bears. Left tackle, running back. Swift's your RB1. He's getting older. I think he's going to do better with Ben Johnson. I think he's going to catch more. And then at corner, like they've got one really good corner, and the rest of their secondary, I'm like. So
I think a part of me, Ty, and again, I see where you're coming from. I have them at 8-9. I really like Ben Johnson and Dennis Allen.
Yeah, me too.
Like I think that they have a coaching staff who and again, I think the Bears have the worst. Like they have a fine roster. It's okay. It's the worst in the NFC North, right? Because the NFC North is so stacked. But I think that they have 2 coaches that can get the most out of the talent that they have. So I have them getting wins that they shouldn't. And if Caleb looks anything, like if he looks 10-20% better than last year, dude, look out.
Yep. All right, guys, here's what I want to do. I have to go close the door because I can hear things. So hold on one second.
That's kind of weird. Like I can hear things. I hope you can hear things.
Yeah, bro.
Everyone at home, I hope you guys can hear things. Yeah, I'm excited to run through these playoffs, dude.
I already messed up my my thing. I backed out of the app, so I'm out of it. Un accidente.
You're gonna hate my playoff takes, Ty.
It's whatever, bro. Is what it is. Nobody. I mean, we all sit here, and it's every year. Everyone gets flamed for their predictions, unless you're predicting what people want to hear. So it's like we've had 2 phenomenal seasons, and like all of a sudden we're like this annoying team or annoying quote unquote Lions fans. It's like,
Dude,
dude,
I'm
we're
in
the
this
best
group chat with a
or
bunch of
not.
Lions fans now because of one of the dynasty teams I'm in. They are super annoying. They're not like
Tough.
All right.
us.
Here's what I want to do. By the way, notice, did any of us have the Lions as the 1 seed in the NFC?
No.
No,
None of us did. Okay. Time for the fandom to start showing. Go through each of us. Chris, you start, then Ty.
I can't. I already misclicked out of my thing. It reset.
All right. Then what you're going to do, Ty, is I'll cue you what to do. Chris, go through your AFC, NFC playoffs, and Super Bowl picks, and then
All right.
I'll ask Ty for his Super Bowl pick, which
So
team from the AFC and NFC, and then I'll do mine.
all right. So I have the Ravens getting a first round bye. I have the Bengals going up to Buffalo to lose to the Bills in the wild card round. I have the Chiefs once again taking out the Texans. And I have the Broncos eliminating their own family members, the Chargers, in round 1. That sets up our divisional round. It's Ravens versus Chiefs, Bills, Broncos, and I have the Ravens beating the Chiefs. I have the Bills once again eliminating the Broncos in the playoffs. I have the Ravens in the close one beating the Bills, and that 1 seed pays off. They're home in Baltimore. And I have the Ravens going to the Super Bowl. In the NFC, I have the Eagles with the first round bye. I have the Lions taking out the Seahawks in round 1 in the wild card round. I have the Bucks beating the Commanders. And I have the Packers. Just their offense is too much for the 49ers. They beat the 49ers. And that means that the Eagles have to play the Packers and the Lions have to play the Bucks. Um, for the second time in 3 years, I have the Lions beating the Bucks in the divisional round to make it to the
Get 'em.
NFC Championship in a game no one saw coming. The Packers beat the Eagles in the divisional round of the playoffs.
Oh gosh, you're going Lions, Packers,
And the
NFC
Lions and the
Championship.
Packers meet in the NFC Championship,
I would lose. I would not stream the whole week leading up.
and the Lions win. The Lions win. They have the ball last. I have them winning by 1 point. And then you're gonna hate me, boys. I have the Ravens beating the Lions in the Super Bowl.
That's fair.
All right. Chris, well done, dude. Well done. That dude. The cinema. If it happens, cinema. Even if it wasn't the Lions, it's a great playoff race. Ty, give us your Super Bowl pick, dude. Which team from the NFC makes it? Which team from the AFC, and who wins?
I mean, I like it, dude. Just give me. I love a Lions Ravens. We wanted it last year. Give me Lions Ravens, and I'll be fandom here, bro. We'll go full homer. Give me the Lions in a ridiculous upset. Being
That would
the
be
not being.
the Ravens are so
I
good.
feel like we'd be like plus 175 against the Ravens in the Super Bowl. Like I feel like those would be the odds. Plus 150. Ravens would be like minus 175, minus 200 to win. I don't know. But hey, but we take it.
All right.
I'll go full homer, dude. I'll go
Let's
full
go
homer.
Lions. I've got the Bills and the Niners with a bye week going into the playoffs. So I've got Chiefs, Ravens. I've got Bengals, Texans, and Chargers, Broncos. Give me the Ravens over the Chiefs at home. Give me the Bengals to beat the Texans on the road as the 6th seed. And give me the Broncos to beat the Chargers in the AFC.
Attaboy.
We both had the
That means
Broncos
you
beating the
get-
Chargers in the wild card.
Yep. And then that gives us the Ravens of the 4 seed, Broncos 2 seed. I have the Ravens beating the Broncos on the road. I've got the Bills beating the Bengals at home. And I've got the Bills actually beating the Ravens going to the Super Bowl. Okay.
Wow.
NFC. My initial matchups are Packers, Bucks, Rams, Lions, bro. Give me the how about that trade, by the way? If we play the Rams again in the playoffs, they won a Super Bowl. We got a bunch of dogs back from that trade, and that's the only reason we're good now. And Goff's been playing well. And if they play again and we win, we will have beaten them 3 times in a row in the playoffs. One time in the playoffs, and then again in the regular season. But like, give us
We have not
another.
lost. We have not lost to them in the regular season.
We have not lost to Matthew Stafford, right?
Yes, I don't
Or
think
did
so.
we lose that first game? Was he their quarterback? I think he was their quarterback when we onside kicked it and scored a touchdown. So I think we did lose the first time that we played Stafford when they won the Super Bowl that year. Doesn't matter. Playing them again would be crazy. So give me the Lions to beat the Rams, give me the Packers to beat the Bucks, and give me the Eagles to beat the Vikings as the 2-7. Then we've got Lions, Eagles, and Packers, Niners. Give me the Lions over the Eagles
Wow.
on the road with a big win.
It's a tough
And give
matchup.
me it's a huge tough matchup for sure.
If you guys
And then
noticed,
give me
I didn't have the Lions having to play the Eagles.
I actually did. And then give me the Niners, who have had the Packers number for many, many years. Give me the Niners to beat the Packers and a rematch of the NFC Championship game from a couple years ago.
Oh, baby.
Come on, baby. Give it to us. Lions, Niners. I've got the Lions beating the 49ers on the road for that revenge game. And then my brain says the Bills beat the Lions in what would be like everyone's favorite Super Bowl, I think, if their team wasn't in it. But I'm giving the Lions though. Give me the Lions to win the Super Bowl.
So I'm
against
the
the
only
Bills,
one that
baby.
had the Lions not winning the Super Bowl. That's wild.
Yeah, but we all had them in there, and none of us had them as the 1 seed, which is kind of wild.
Hey, we made our run when we weren't the 1 seed.
Hey, we're gonna do this, man. Feel it. You smell that, dude?
You smell it? You
Smell it, bro? Type shit, man.
Let me hold on. Let me throw some like fuel on the fire here. Brock Purdy gets hurt in the game before they play the Packers. Colin Kaepernick comes in.
Oh,
Starts
no.
at quarterback for the 49ers.
Stop it.
Destroys the Packers like he always has. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to tweet our picks for the week. Okay. We're going to tweet our picks for the week. I already did. Ty already did. Chris is live right now on the Blevins Sports Show YouTube page. And so instead of going game by game week 1, which we will start to do next week, we'll go game by game. Our picks are going to be available on our Twitter feed. We'll retweet it and share it from the Sports Show Instagram page. What we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to talk about 3 games in a second. But before we do that, each of us share our favorite spread pick for the games this week. It could be Thursday, Friday, or Sunday or Monday. Your favorite pick, and we are going to do our first parlay of the year with
non-props, like with spreads.
This is just spreads. No prop bets. We'll share some of those on the page or in our Discord.
See if the line moved.
So I want your favorite picks going into the week, and then we'll talk about 3 games.
The line moved, but I'm still gonna say it.
Okay, Chris, you're first.
Yeah. So I got 2 days ago. I got the Cardinals at -120 at -5.5, and I hammered it.
And now they're -6.5, and that's -104.
They're -6.5, and I'm still taking it. I think that they come out and they obliterate the Saints.
Okay, so Chris is taking the Cardinals -6.5. Ty, your favorite spread bet of the week?
Love that. Let me take a little gander here, brother. Take a little ganderino. Give me the Denver Broncos -7. If you can just tease it to 7.5. I don't like 8.
So no, you don't even have to tease on some. It was 7.5 before yesterday. Was
7.5
today. So you'll say 7.5.
7.5.
Back to 7.5 now. On most apps.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Chris has the Cardinals -6.5, the Broncos -7.5. And guys, that gives me no choice. And I want you to understand something. I don't often bet on my teams.
Oh,
I really don't like to. I don't bet on the Tigers that often because I just get disappointed and it makes me mad. But the boys have copied what my first 2 of 3 of the legs are in the bet I shared this week. So I'll just cap it off. Give me the Lions plus 2.5. Take the 2.5. If you want to tease it to 3.5 in case it's a field goal game, that's fine. But if you take the Lions minus 2.5 and what the boys said,
Plus 2.5.
that is plus 2.5. That is a plus 577. $10 wins you
57.
57.75. 100 wins you
Okay.
577. I'm just saying, Chris. I'm just saying. You know.
Okay, I'm here, dog.
So that is our first one, guys. Let's go win. Let's go win our first parlay.
Love that.
I love
Sports show of the year. All right, we're going to talk about 3 games here before we sign off.
Hey, me.
The first one, Chiefs Chargers, Friday night in Brazil. Chiefs are -3. Obviously, that means Chargers are +3. What do you guys think in that game?
Yeah, give me Mahomes. Give me
Yeah.
Again, like this is something I'm really watching. I'm watching so like if you guys want things to look for, right? Because it's a primetime game, right? Watch the Chargers offensive line. If they look like they're getting pushed in the run game without Slater, and Hampton looks good. Najee apparently is suiting up, right? If that run game looks good, you know, I'm gonna maybe, because I have the Chargers at 9-8. I might change my mind a little bit on that, even if they don't win, if they look good. But I think Mahomes, week 1, everyone's healthy. I think they're too much. I don't trust this Chargers defense. I don't even care that the Chiefs don't have Rashee Rice. I think that they can do it with Hollywood Brown and
Worthy, Travis
Xavier
Kelce.
Worthy. Yeah, I think those guys are enough with Mahomes at the helm. You know, they won the most one-score games in the NFL last year for a reason. It was Mahomes. And so if you just give me those steps back by the Chargers that I think happen on defense, I like the Chiefs.
I couldn't have worded better myself. Game 1, give me Chiefs, give me Mahomes. No home field advantage, really. I mean, who will have home field? You know what I mean? We assume there's probably going to be more Chiefs fans there. So
Probably Chiefs, yeah, just because
they're counting it as a Chargers game. I think it's going to be Chiefs home. I like Chiefs money line if we're talking. I don't want to touch the spread. Definitely think it could be a field goal thing. Chris just talked about how they won so many games in one score. So give me the Chiefers, dude.
So I'm not betting this game because I really do like if you're going to make me bet it, give me the Chargers and the points. But I think the Chiefs win the game. I think it'll be close. I think it'll be fun. I'm excited about it. But Harbaugh, bro, he's an international traveler, bro. He's been all over the world.
You say
visited the Pope twice. I mean, you know, like he's not gonna be tired at all. He's used to this. But give me the Chiefs to win. But if you make me bet it, I will take the Chargers and the points in that game. All right, let's go to Ravens Bills.
Oh my
Bills
God,
are
I'm so excited
Bills
for this game.
are plus 1.5 at home at -120. Money line -104. Ravens -1.5 at -102. Money line -112. Over unders at 50.5. Sunday night football.
Give me Baltimore.
So Shakir's coming off a high ankle sprain. He's been a full participant in practice this week. I wonder if he's 100%. Like, there's no way he doesn't suit up. So I'm a little worried about the Bills' skill position players. And you know what? We've been there before, and Josh Allen seems to always have them competitive in the fourth quarter anyway. I'm one of the few people who see the Bills' defense being better this year. I think that they're going to be better than they were last year on the defensive side of the ball. But again, it doesn't matter against a guy like Lamar Jackson. So if you think Zay Flowers has like a year 3 leap, which is very possible, we already saw how electric Bateman can be. And then obviously this is one of the best run teams in the NFL. Just straight up, full stop. Give me the Ravens in a very, very fun, very close game, which I'm gonna have to try and go to bed right after for work the next day.
Love it. Who you got, Ty?
I got the Bills. I lied. I got the Ravens. Give it to me, dude. Give me Lamar Jackson. Give me Derrick Henry. Give me Rashard Bateman. Give me Zay Flowers, dude. Give me Mark Andrews. Give me everything.
Resurgence here for Mark Andrews.
It is. It could be. Also, Isaiah Likely. Again, I don't know if he's hurt.
I think he might be out.
But I love Baltimore. And I don't know when you look at I can't see the Bills winning this. It's early. It's not going to be freezing.
Oof,
I don't
they
even know
did
if
lose to Kansas City week 1 last year when they still had Rasheed Rice.
barely, dude. They barely.
They lost by 7.
I've
Barely.
got the Bills
I know.
in my Super Bowl. I have the Bills winning 15 games. I just think this is one of the ones they lose. Give me the Ravens, even minus the 1.5. Okay, last one. And you might think we're doing Lions Packers. We're not.
Love it.
Check our social media post for that game. Let's go Monday Night Football. Bears, Vikings.
Vikings are home, right?
No, Vikings
Bears
are on the
home.
road. Bears are home.
Bears are home. The spread right now is Bears plus 1.5 at minus 120. Bears money line at minus 106. Vikings minus 1.5 at minus 102. Vikings money line at minus 112. Over under 44.5.
I almost didn't even think about it when I gave the Vikings the dub. Ben Johnson knows Brian Flores. Like, I'm still going to give it to the Vikings. Obviously, this is all going to stem on McCarthy, and I could look like a total idiot if the Vikings dive here. But I'm going to say but they're missing all their receivers.
Yeah, they have Jefferson, Thielen.
But no
They're
Addison,
they're missing
no Naylor.
and Addison. They have Hawk.
Yeah,
Aaron
give
Jones.
me the Vikings in a close one. I'm still going to take them. I'm not disrespecting
Really?
the Vikings this year.
It's so funny you say that. It's so funny you say that. I actually love the Bears here. And let me tell you why.
Juice them.
Ben, I do though. I do. I think it's a statement game for Ben. I do. They're at home. I could see them just winning this game just like pretty handedly. I think I almost want to say here's what my mind is telling me. Take the Bears first quarter spread. Take the Bears like minus 2.5, minus 3.5, just to be winning in the first quarter. I think they score on their first drive. 100%.
Are you taking my 15 play?
Brother, I think the Bears
last week.
I think the Bears score on their first drive. No matter what. I don't know if it's like field goal, touchdown. I think they get points on their first drive. And I think that they lead in the first quarter, maybe the first half. And then, Chris, I think I do like what you said. Vikings win it at the end. But like, so I could see the Vikings money line. Give me Bears first half or first quarter spread. That's gonna be my little thingy there. That's my take.
Again, I just want to remind Vikings fans, I have them winning 10 games this year and making the playoffs. I believe in JJ McCarthy. Big fan. Won us a championship at Michigan. Guys, do you remember where we were week 1 last year? Remember where we were? What we were doing?
No.
We were in Detroit.
Yeah.
Drinking at a sports bar in the casino.
Hell yeah.
And we were watching the Bears get dismantled at home week 1. And in the second quarter, like the game volume was on before the Cowboys came on later. And the Soldier Field fans were booing Caleb Williams in his rookie year, right? The Bears fans are done, dude. They've hated Matt Nagy. They hated Trubisky. They hated Eberflus. They were questioning Caleb Williams. All of a sudden, yes, they always think they're going to be good. They're fans in the offseason, but they really don't. They show their true colors when they're cheering in the stands. There has not been a tough place to play at a Bears home game in like 15 years. It's been a long time. It's been since like Urlacher was there, where that crowd was tough and Soldier Field was actually home field advantage. It's been a long time. I think a lot of Bear fans love Ben Johnson. They believe that he can fix or help Caleb Williams if they think he's broken. And it is going to be the best home atmosphere since like Monday Night Football against the Packers like 10 plus years ago. So give me the Bears to beat the Vikings week 1, straight up money line. I will be hammering that pick. 3 units minimum.
It's not a great value, man. The Vikings are minus 116. The Bears are minus 108. There's no plus money.
All right. Teasing the Bears to minus 4.5.
I got the Bears at plus 100 on Hard Rock.
Give me the Bears.
All right.
The Bears, dude.
I'm Ty and I got the Vikings.
Real quick,
John got the Bears.
just straight up winning money line, Packers or Lions.
I got Pack. I'm sorry, I got Lions.
I'm taking the Lions week 1.
I am too. We start 1-0. Can't wait. Guys, great show. Great show. We'll tweet out our futures picks for MVP and all that kind of stuff. And then next week, Wednesday, we'll be live for week 2. We'll obviously look at week 1. We'll have a ton to talk about every single week. We do have our brand new YouTube page up. You can type in Blevins Bros Sports Show on YouTube. It'll come up. It's in my chat. If you type in ! Sports Show on Twitch, it'll pop up. And then we'll start sharing that on our socials as well.
We do have a special guest next week, guys. One of the fantasy writers from the FTN website is going to be here. So we're going to have a couple of Discord posts and a couple of Twitter posts to get your guys' fantasy questions for week 2.
And that's the guy who we've had on before, his friend, right? Who works there, Aaron Schott's friend.
Yes, Adam.
Adam, sweet. Gonna be awesome. We'll see you next time. Clips incoming, ladies and gentlemen.
Love you guys. Love you,
Take
bros.
care of each other. Love you,
all.
boys.
Football's back.